Yo, 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 what is up? NYKia31 here. We're almost there. We are almost there. We got what, 3 more days to go before EA Access? Looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I am reinvigorated. I am refreshed. I am ready for the new game, and it should be fun. The funnest time of the year in Madden is the beginning and playing around and finding out what's new, what isn't, what works, what doesn't, scheming things up. And you know how I'm going to roll. I'm going to use a large chunk of my EA Access time on looking at offensive playbooks, going through coverage, doing my coverage video series, and depending on how I feel with the game, start with an offensive series or two. I always start out with defense first. I'm going to figure out how to score. For me, it's more important to see how stopping people is like. So I'll do all that stuff, my coverage stuff, my and you know how I roll if you've been following me for a time. If you're someone who hasn't been following me for a time, well, this is going to be your first test through or run through rather of the NYKia 31 Madden experience from start to finish. So I'm using the Tennessee Titans going up against the Niners, and you know how it is. He's not going to want to throw the football. And he pops Breida up the middle for a touchdown. Stretch dive, stretch dive, stretch dive. So you just got to account for it and realize that they're just going to do what they're going to do. And we are in the spread playbook here with Tanny and Derrick Henry. And they really have a interesting little roster. They're sneaky good. That's how I describe the Titans. Sneaky good. Tanny doesn't have any abilities, but he is quick enough to run zone read. Derrick Henry is a hoss. It's a hit smash there, angle smash there. I go to Humphrey. The receivers don't have abilities either, but they're pretty quick. A.J. Brown's quick. Chris Davis is pretty quick. Adam Humphries here is the slot, being the RPO bubble man. You got Jared Cook there as well. The line is solid. Defensively, I like their corners. You have Byard with abilities, and Jarrell Casey. He doesn't have pass rush abilities. He has a run stuffing ability. And this guy is going to be, again, we know how this is. He's going to be in 3-4, and he's going to be horribly aligning, and he's just going to be allowing stuff to be done to him. And you know how I talk about the difference between Regs and Mutt, and how the field seems so much bigger in Regs because there's not as much speed on the field everywhere. That's a prime example. So able to catch and run. I was able to get it off, first of all. Because again, the blitzers aren't as fast. You have a little bit more time to process stuff, so you can get the ball off a little bit better. And I had room to run. I had space to run. In Mutt, I either don't get it off at all, or that he's caught for minimal gain. We've seen that a million times. You catch a drag against a blitz, you don't go anywhere. So we answer. It's a 7-7 game with the touch pass to Chris Davis. Again, same song, different verse. But yeah, that's one of the things that I do really like about playing Regs. Someone mentioned in a video that in Regs, as opposed to Mutt, there are guys in Regs which are really difficult to defend. The top level guys like Patrick Mahomes, damn near impossible to defend in Regs. Tyreek Hill, damn near impossible to defend. Lamar Jackson, pain in the ass. Russell Wilson, pain in the ass. Mike Thomas, pain in the ass. Mike Evans, Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins. You just can't deal with those guys. There's not a lot of guys on the field that can account for them. As opposed to Mutt, where you do have, those high ability and high end guys that can deal with it. And defensively, same way. There are guys that are just unblockable in Regs, as well as guys that are just a pain in the ass in coverage. Stephon Gilmore was a thorn in my side all cycle long in Online League, for example. Dudes with Enforcer are basically a one-man defense. Those guys really stand out. There is stuff about the abilities which are problematic, as we all know. We've discussed them ad nauseum. We know what the issues are with them. But the question that I'll pose is, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about those guys being really, really tough, difficult to deal with? For me, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the concept. Now, the execution of the concept with the abilities is again problematic at times, as Humphreys there jukes and takes the RPO bubble in there for a walk-in touchdown, as he makes one guy miss. But yeah, those guys should be difficult. Like in this game here, I'm not going to go to Sherman's side at all. I'm going to work the opposite side of the field for the most part for the entire game. When you don't got an ability receiver, you can't really afford to test it that often. It's just all about the balance, you know? Like you will have matchups where you have similar rated players. One may have an ability the other doesn't, and the guy who doesn't have the abilities, despite the fact that he may have ratings advantages over a guy, he gets canceled out. Those are the kind of things that cause that to be thrown out of whack. But anyway, here we go. King Henry on the inside zone, no second level as he's zero blitzing his life away. You know, you commit to a gap, and if there's no one in the gap that I'm running through, there's no one there. His user is nowhere to be found, and Derrick Henry just rambles 64 yards untouched. So 21-7. And going back to the ability thing, he has an ability on his left tackle. He has Kittle out there who didn't really do much, and here you have a situation where that shows you that my man can't pass. You see why he's running stretch dive, stuff like that. So he's going to run, inside zone here out of this bunch wide set, little RPO action. We contain it pretty well. Again, he's going to try to run a little trail action. Barely gets that in there. And again, he's trying to throw as little as possible. And guys are going to play how they play. I mean, you don't have to be a friggin' savant at the game by any stretch, but come on. From August to August, you still have not developed a semi-functional passing game. But anyway, the Niners line just bullies me down the field and, he scores. So I'm okay with that. There's no doubt in my mind I'm going to score again. Then we'll clamp down on defense and end this bad boy. So he's going to start zero blitzing. I'm going to see if I can hit either the corner or the in or the double move. I want a double move. I should have just hit the square in. But I'm going to run the same play again, but this time I'm going to max protect, and that's going to give me the time that I need. There it is. And Chris Davis just leaves him in the dust. Now, when people call dudes bots, this is the kind of guy that they're talking about. Someone who just... There's no rhyme or reason to what they're doing, and they don't do anything to stop you from doing what you're doing, if that makes sense. They just let stuff happen to them and then complain about it. That's a bot. Cover 3. That's cover 3 match versus trips. Just terrible. Over route just goes unmolested across the field. Not good. Not matched by anybody. I'm on it myself that time, and we don't come down with it inbounds. So again, he's going to try that. He's going to try it again. Goodwin in the slot. He's going to run verticals. He's going to try to get him into a track meet. He's going to bring that guy in the block, which only serves to run guys into double teams. As I'm playing match quarters and palms, and that's how I pick it off. And that will end the game. So there you go. I got one more Regs game for you for Madden 20, which I think you guys will enjoy and get a kick out of. And then we're going to wrap it up and then get into Madden 21. So what do you guys think? Are you guys looking forward to it? What are you guys looking to do when you first get your hands on the game? Talk to you all later. Peace.